Hi, everybody, and welcome back to my show, and thank you for watching. Well, I decided to call my show Crypto and Chocolate because, when I was in the workforce working for other people, we would get at least a 10-15 minute break, every few hours. And, my friends and I used to get together for a chocolate break, just have a chocolate bar during the week, during the busy workday. And this is just kind of a way that I can keep you up, on the news of cryptocurrency during your short break, and maybe you'll get to take me with you every day at work. Anyway, today is April 19th, 2018, and I'm the Crypto Mom. Well, today I just decided to do this thing called cryptocurrency scale because my background is as a software engineer and financial analyst, and what one of the things that was developing was a dashboard so that people could kind of see the temperature of what was going on, because a lot of people when they're busy, they just want to know, on the scale, how things are going. So this is kind of an at a glance chart, temperature chart that I created with, blood in the streets being the most negative to the positive symbol, for green, which means Lambo, moon, or moon, Lambo, what all these, people say when they get very excited in the Cryptoverse about a coin really making it. Anyway, so, that really red negative is, what they call blood in the streets, right? Blood in the streets, if you take it as a positive thing, could be that it's a good time to buy cryptocurrency, right? Or, it's just, you're losing value or losing value. And then I have that salamander color, which is called the falling knife, and it's hard because, they say it's hard to catch a falling knife because you're going to get cut up really bad all the way down, but it just means that the market is, turning red. And then I have the slight pink pullback, or pink and small losses, meaning that it could be neutral, or, maybe, 2 to 5% loss, which is, quite normal in the crypto space, right? And then, we go to the more positive side, which is a minty green, which means that, there's small gains, meaning again, 5%, 3 to 5% in the positive, nothing to shout about, pretty normal, but, more sideways upward movement. And then we have a more, intense green, which is, are the bulls back? Are the bulls back, or is this a bull trap? Meaning that, something, things are going very green, or getting green, and then, the next day, everything's in the red, And in the Cryptoverse, this is kind of a normal thing for us that we see, right? Because, it could kind of swing either way. And today, I was thinking that it's more than a minty green, but have to be careful. The volume is definitely rising, at about just over a $350 billion market cap. But, is it a stable thing? Are we really headed up? I think we are headed up. A lot of the great people, doing technical advice, think that there's definitely we're on the upswing, and I believe it too. But, it's just, kind of proceed with caution as you want to see, Bitcoin really hold at where it's at, and, if we could get Bitcoin to 10,000, that would be great. Right now Bitcoin dominance is falling, and that really leaves the alternative coins, the ability to rise, right? And you had coins like basic attention token yesterday, skyrocket. For people who hold stellar lumens, it was very green, going up. There was another other token, GRS or Grosso coin, went way up. I mean, there's been, some coins that have actually, mooned, lately, like they say. But mooning, which is great, and everybody who held stellar lumens and, Grosso coin would be very happy. But, that green is, unsustainable, right? It's just unsustainable. So it does actually, come back down to, the minty green eventually, or even a pullback, right? Because that's just kind of the nature of the market cycle. In my section, God Shilla, the major cryptocurrency announcement was that Verge, their partner announcement was Pornhub. Now that, I don't know, is the most positive thing. Definitely not, in the porn industry is a big industry, but as far as good for society, I don't know. Having two young daughters, a 6-year-old, a 4-year-old, and 5 teenage nieces, that porn is, I always tell them it's not a career option, right? And not a career option for you girls. But Verge and Pornhub's partnership, that was something very big in the news. Monero, on a completely different note, mining, some people still mine cryptocurrency. I still mine cryptocurrency, and my husband thought it was worth mentioning that Monero's mining difficulty has reduced, taking the ASIC miners out, which means that, the difficulty is down and it's worth mining. I've mined Monero. I've been mining Monero. It's a slow and steady race, right? And sometimes it can be really good, but GPU, CPU mining, things like that. We lost some money in that nice hash scandal. We've mined a nice hash. And anyway, so I just thought I'd mention the Monero mining difficulty down for those of you interested in the mining space, that Monero is worth mining right now. Rub-a-dub-dub, here comes the FUD. I wanted to go back to the Verge and Pornhub deal because, it's kind of a negative look at cryptocurrency. The Silk Road a few years ago, that Bitcoin was on the Silk Road, services that are, on the dark side or whatever, that was not a positive light for cryptocurrency. And, Verge, say what you will, partnering with Pornhub, maybe it's going to be lucrative, maybe it's not. People who pay for that kind of stuff can use Vergecoin, I guess, which is making, Verge usable, but to be in the to have something highlighted about, the porn industry with relation to cryptocurrency is not necessarily a positive thing. Scams in the Cryptoverse. It looks like there's been a couple of ICOs lately that took people for millions of dollars, or their investors. This is a negative thing. Luckily this kind of FUD. I mean, well, it's not just FUD, but this kind of negative occurrence of scams in the Cryptoverse, that's why I think it's okay that the New York Attorney General is looking into cryptocurrency. You need to bring some regulation into the space so that, people don't get ripped off by having, bad actors out there, trying to scam in the crypto space by taking people's money, hyping up our project, getting people to buy, and then it is just a scam. Anyway, so things like that, are in my rub-a-dub-dub, here comes the FUD section, with my cute little 4-year-old daughter there, as my model for a rub-a-dub-dub, here comes the FUD. But luckily, the FUD lately has not led to SUDS, which is, sadness, upset, and depression, because, the news lately has been positive. That's why I wanted to end with a positive note. Now, Christine Lagarde is the director of the International Monetary Fund, which is kind of a European body that looks internationally, that looks over 189 countries' economic health. They foster economic cooperation, and they provision policy and advice for money, the economies. And I think it's great that she is fostering a more positive sentiment for cryptocurrency, right? We've had, several government bodies, like I think it was the SEC or the somewhere in the U.S., House of Representatives talking about cryptocurrency as an emerging technology, looking at as an asset class, not looking, down their noses at it. And I really think that, the IMF stance, and especially Christine Lagarde softening her viewpoint, is really great news. That's it from me today on Crypto and Chocolate. So what do you guys think about all this positive news? Is it a bull run or a bull trap coming up? Please leave a like and subscribe, and thank you for keeping up with me on Crypto and Chocolate. Remember, this is not financial advice. I'm just one mom talking about cryptocurrency and the news. Thank you for watching. See you soon.